Titan can do it, but I'm going to go with Fnatic.
What does Richard know? You picked Envious to win.
That is true. That's true. Right. He's already got it wrong. No, I'm going to
regret saying that. He's going to burn me alive later on.
I'm simply going to go with Fnatic just because they were my original pick to win the tournament. So I'm not going to move away from that. That would be bad of me to do, I think. I picked Fnatic to win the tournament, as a lot of us at the talent team here did. So I think they're still going to be able to take this one just. But I hope it's a close series, of course. We want a thriller for the first semi-final here of the Gfinity Spring Masters.
And it's not going so well on the knife round here. I mean, this looks like Titan should be able to start off on the CT side, but we have seen a lot more T rounds initially when this map was renovated, and it was still very CT-sided, but teams starting to figure out how to play that T side. And with some of the really expert Cobble teams like Virtus Pro, we're seeing loads of T rounds. So this could, it might not be too much of an impact, but it's going to be Fnatic starting off on the T side.
Cool. So I'm not going to ask predictions in the sense of specific score lines, but in terms of the maps, which we've now obviously seen through the veto system, who do you think will take which map, considering Titan will win, in your opinion?
Well, the thing is with Cash and with Cobble, I think Richard was quite correct in saying how much of an impact Kenny S is, because they do rely on him a lot on both sides of the coin, like actually holding down A defensively on the CT side of Cash, but also actually getting the entries from on middle with the AWP on A as well. So he does tend to be very, very critical to all of their plays. So honestly, I feel like, even though that's said, both maps, Inferno and Cash, I feel like it's too even for me to call. However, I do feel like Cobble is a bit of a favourite for Titan personally, so that's why I'm going with Titan. Actually, I feel like this has got a slight edge. Cool. At the beginning of the game.
Well, this is the thing that we want. This is why we want a bit of controversy, because a lot of the predictions so far have been relatively obvious ones. Obviously, we have had some upsets as well in this tournament, but now this is the first time in the semi-final stages where we're split on the predictions, and we're not quite sure because anything could happen between these two teams. And we are into the first pistol round here, live on Cobblestone between Titan and Fnatic.
Love a bit of cobblers, and we have a 4-man set up at B at the moment for Titan, 1 man in Skyfall for Titan on that defense, and just leaving Apex alone on the A bomb site, and that is where Fnatic are gearing up for the push at the moment. So could be pretty difficult for Apex unless RPK is able to put in some good defensive shots from the vents and balcony area there, which he's now rotated to. So lots of movement here from Fnatic, but yet to really make a commitment.
Look at how close Maniac and Olaf Meister are. Maniac got boosted up, and if one of them peeks around the corner, they will find each other. I think Olaf Meister could be aware that there's a player there. They will now find each other. Maniac tagged down to 41 points of health, but Olaf Meister will come out the better man in that situation.
Now Existence is going to be trying to wrap around the side, hopefully able to cover the angle that's now open from Skyfall. This is going to get quite precarious because Fnatic can still go either which way, and you can see 2 players to a side for Titan. They're trying to work out where are Fnatic going to actually attack at the moment. Fnatic taking it so slowly, but finally they are going to be coming in onto that B-bomb site.
11 points for Kenny as he will fall to the hands of Crims. Existence trying to respond, but it's 3 quick frags in a row for Fnatic. Apex takes down Flusher, and there are a couple of players tagged on the Fnatic side, but they will successfully plant the bomb. RPK gets his first kill and enters into the game. And the bomb is ticking.
There's Apex on the side, has to round the corner very quickly, finds Crims. Crims will get the kill though, and it's just on RPK. He's got 17 points of health. He is going to have to be a headshot master to pull that one off. He won't do so in this instance. Crims will get the kill, and Fnatic will pick up a pistol. Very methodical play from them. They took it really, really slow. Titan gave them a lot of respect as well. They didn't over-rotate. They just tried to play on the information that they had, but Fnatic was so good at denying it that they just put Titan in just an awful position on the eventual site take. So very, very well done by Fnatic on that pistol, absolutely. But we've got Kenny S on the scout, so maybe some hope can be found here in this force buy from Titan.
2 rifles and 3 SMGs will be the name of the game in round number 2 for the Swedish side of Fnatic, and let's see where they initially head with that bomb. Once again, just scouting out for information here. We've got a couple of players on that Titan squad with armor. Kenny S will find Olaf Meister there. That's the headshot into him in the first kill of the round.
Really nice there, getting a man advantage early on, and again, they do have, to be honest, decent weapons to actually compound this into a much stronger situation for themselves, even potentially around win Titan. If Apex can pick up some kills, he's excellent at holding down this choke point at the bottom of that CT wrap. In they come though, the spray with the CZ. Perfect jump there to make the life difficult there for Apex, and Maniac is going to be behind the APC on the site with RPK, so good positions here for Titan. Just got to connect those bullets, and there it is. RPK is going to take down Flusher. 3 more players remaining. RPK doing work at the moment, and now it falls onto the star player of the team, Kenny S, with that scout in hand. He's got 1 frag already. Going to need to pick up 2 more. Pronax, one of those shots would have taken him down, so very, very big misses there from Kenny S. still in a 1-on-2 with that bomb ticking away. He's got no kit as well, so he needs to really get himself moving. But at some point, he's probably just going to call it quits and say, hey, I can't get it done with the remaining time. And indeed, he's going to do that and save that scout, which is pretty valuable.
Kills a couple of chickens as he exits, just for good measure. But Crimson Pronax played that as smart as you could, really. They didn't peek, just got in great after plant positions, stayed behind them, and they knew Kenny S had a scout and they knew what damage he could potentially do with it. So they thought, well, let's just not challenge him. He's the one who's got to come and try and retake the bomb site, and he wasn't successfully able to do so. Still, you know, credit to Titan. They did good damage where they wanted to. RPK got a couple of good P250 kills, but it wasn't quite enough. The SMGs and rifles reigned strong on that large array bomb site. Fnatic take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because, I mean, Kenny S had 2 shots at Pronax. It's kind of nuts that he actually missed both of them. Yeah. One of the shots was required to actually kill him, so that would have been a 1-on-1 then, which he would have gone for, and who knows what would have happened. But now we're going to have the full save from Titan just with that scout left over on Kenny S. Now, it would be hard to see them doing much damage here. Fnatic looking to pick up a very clean round, and so far, Flush is starting things off well with that P90. The run and gun is doing work.
He's really been favouring that P90 a lot recently, and he could do some darn good damage with the spray and pray weapon, as some people class it as well. RPK here, we'll find one player, but Kenny S gets the kill onto Pronax, now leaving us in a 3 versus 3, but Flusher picks up the hat-trick. Will he get any more? No, he will not. Kenny S drops in. Olofmeister takes down Apex, and once again we find Kenny S left alive in a 1 versus 2 situation. He will back off. Try and look for a couple of exits potentially here, but it will not succeed. Olofmeister finishes him off, and a good strong start here from Fnatic.
To be fair to Titan, I mean, they killed 3 players on the first round and 3 players there as well. So getting damage in, not allowing Fnatic to just build up money for free. So that's really nice. And now Kenny S is going to be on the AWP. The only problem for them really is having those ecos in play after losing the pistol round has left them without a situation where they have many grenades. They've got 4 smokes. No kits. No kits. Yeah, that's actually a very, very key thing to highlight indeed.
It's such a small thing, but in the grand scheme of things, that could be huge if Fnatic do plant that bomb, which they've done. I think they've done it every round so far that we've seen, I believe. Anyway, I may be wrong with that, but anyway, back into round number 4. JW and Kenny S. The ult battle, I'm sure, is going to be quite a prolific one in this best of 3 series here at the Gfinity Arena, and we will see how it develops over the course of these next potential 3 maps. No casualties as of yet, though, in this round.
Krim's just going to flash into Skyfall and look for some quick peeks, but he's going to get dinked down. That's actually really nice for Titan, getting some early damage here. Kenny S picks up Olofmeister also, so Krim's on 9. They're down to 4 players. Fnatic now need to figure out, okay, how can we salvage this round? What kind of play can we create? They've got to take risks. There's no getting around that very crucial fact that risks have to be taken, shots have to be hit. And Apex, again, he's such a beast in this position, and he's going to get taken down so smart by Fnatic. That
boost on with JW there, looking over the top of the smoke, was absolutely perfect, just showing their class on a map like this. They smoke off the relevant areas. He will find Maniac, and that is JW's, I think, 3rd kill in this round. Krim still left on 9 HP, but he goes for the no-scope onto that player, starting to rotate through, which will be Existence. He will drop. Now Kenny S with the AWP. This is the 3rd round in a row we see him the last man left alive, and he's going to have to save that sniper rifle.
And all off of just such a simple underestimation there by Apex, because Apex was repositioning, thinking, okay, I have the best angle here on the smoke. And with that boost, obviously, that circumvented that completely and gave a really nice angle to JW. And he just did hashtag JW things, picked up some excellent kills. And now Kenny S is on the run. They know where he is. He's got 8 HP at the moment. And there he's going to get taken down by Flusher. So they've removed the AWP, and that's going to be fully eco next round for Titan, as they're yet to pick up a round on the CT side.
The Gfinity Arena looking very busy already, which is great. We had a great atmosphere here on the final day of the first Spring Masters event, and we're certainly hoping for a great atmosphere here at the second one. Titan, as you said, on that eco round now, and this is the thing, when Fnatic start to get the momentum rolling, it could be very dangerous very quickly, and if we are, of course, still classing the T side of Cobblestone as the weaker side, Titan need to start to try and change things soon.
Absolutely. We've got Fnatic though with Olofmeister scouting things out with that Mac-10. Very, very apt choice. Not going to give away much if he does go down, and he is going to be able to spot quite a lot for his team. Really nice to take the kind of this B area, the B long kind of walkway. It's really powerful. Get lots of information. You can survey the entire bomb site. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Olaf will dive into the bomb site now as Existence rattles off a few shots with that Deagle. Not going to connect with anything really at the moment, but just moving into the smoke, seeing what he can get done, but he's completely confused as to where he is. And Fnatic pick up one frag after another, and it does look like a fairly easy cleanup so far.
Hardly any damage taken on the Fnatic side in this 5th round. Olofmeister will find RPK there and get the kill. Will he finish things off in style? Yes, he will. Olofmeister with, I think, the triple there in that round. That's obviously just going to boost their economy even so more than it was before. $7,800 for that player. And let's see what sort of a buy Titan decide to go for in this round. They are now going for those diffuse kits, and they have got that AWP back on Kenny S, but Fnatic looking very strong at the start of this first map.
They're looking definitely very good, but Titan have another good buy-in as well. Apex by the bottom of CT ramp looking for any frags, but 2 players in very quickly now. Apex, oh, he spots one, catches off Pronax, now has to retreat as he's a bit worried that the trade attempt is going to come in from Crims, but Crims is just playing it cool at the moment, and there will be a re-smoke, and Titan able to take an advantage, and there's no response from Fnatic. Really nice for Titan, but before the answer was JW, with an AWP. This time he's not got an AWP. It's actually Olaf who's AWPing for Fnatic.
Yeah, and he's lurking over towards that B bomb site area, as we can see, just looking over towards the B long sort of section of the map. Apex with that first kill in the round. He's going to flash his way through. Doesn't realise that there's, I think, a crossfire situation there. Crims will take him down to even things now into a 4 versus 4 situation. We can see RPK has fully rotated onto that A bomb site now, but look at this position from JW. We sneaked past all of them to get here.
Yeah, I can't believe he's actually made it there undetected. He knows how good his position is. They're setting up around him. They know that he can provide a lot of damage if the distraction comes in from the CT ramp area. RPK is there though for Titan, and the rotation's coming in. Oh, there's JW. Clinical precision there from him with the long-range AK headshot. And now Olofmeister biding his time for that lurk with the AWP. Not the usual weapon choice, but I'm sure he's going to make it work. We've got Titan now trying to scramble for this retake, and in comes Olofmeister, the silent assassin from the back, going to pop off Maniac. Now Kenny S is feeling the pressure from the back. What do Titan do in a spot like this? Crims takes him out from the bomb site. They get completely crushed and surrounded. What an awesome round from Fnatic, really.
That was such a great strategy there. There were 2 really prominent players there in my situation. Well, there were 3 plays. There was Olofmeister on the lurk. There was JW getting sneaky around the edge of the bomb site. And then just that simple crossover that we saw when Apex tried to peek into mid and get aggressive. And there was no chance. Even if he'd have got one player, the other player behind him would have got the trade frag. So simple things like that all combined to a great round by Fnatic, and they are dominating Titan, and they will pull out the French FAMAS now to force up a buy.
Yeah, this is what Henry G referred to as the sewers yesterday, when you're just put into a situation where you just have to buy, even though you can't buy really properly. FAMAS not a really good sort of utility to combine with it, just a limited amount of grenades, but something to work with, some amount of utility. However, Titan will probably feel like, hey, we got to get aggressive somehow. We got to find a quick kill somehow to make up for that disadvantage. And they've got 3 players towards A, and that's the site where you can get a little bit more aggressive with the CTs. But so far, they won't find a single thing.
JW lurks and takes down Apex to start things off here. Maniac holding a tight angle. Olofmeister will be more than aware of where he could be, though, and knocks off his head as JW picks up another kill before being dropped by Kenny S. Existence falls, and once again, we see Kenny S, the last man left alive. He's in a 1 versus 4, and he's just got to look for exit frags at the best here. He's picked up that AWP drop from JW earlier on. He misses a shot, but this is going to be 7-0 in favour of Fnatic on the T side of Cobblestone. Titan, I don't want to sound horrible, but they need to wake up.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them at all, and it's hard to say how they can really stop Fnatic when Fnatic have been playing so damn well. Titan, you know, one thing you can do on a map like this is get a bit more aggressive on the A side of things. These days, with the way that the meta's been going, you can see they're actually taking a timeout here. Yeah. So you can only imagine that as Chu is saying, they've got to try to kickstart things here, figure out what we can do to turn things around. But yeah, I mean, B, you can't really pressure or push B. There's no, the choke points are too severe. The T's have such favorable engagements. The only way you can really get information or make plays as the CTs early in the round when you have a disadvantage on the weapons is by pushing A or having really cool forward setups on A. But that's also, people are really aware of that these days. So it's quite difficult if your just setups with AWPs are just getting broken by the T strats and tactics. So Fnatic look tactically superior at the moment.
I mean, this is a question for you, being more aware of the analytical side and the strategy side on that T side of Cobblestone, me being, in a way, relatively new to it. We've seen 2 rounds in a row now that Olofmeister at the start was lurking with the AWP towards B, then they switched it and JW was going towards that A-long kind of area and lurking with the AWP there. And I think both rounds in a row they may have got the entry frags there. And so then will that distract those CTs and start to move them over towards that other bomb site where JW's or Olofmeister's just got those initial entry frags to start the round off? How key do you think that kind of a role with that weapon will be for Fnatic here?
Yeah, I mean, they can create so many mix-ups because there's no real indication of what a player's position really means. Because on some maps, you'll see maybe like Flusher, like let's say if it's Cash on B storage. Well, that actually can tell you quite a lot because usually his role is this, so you can make some certain reads if you studied the team. But all the top teams, one of the ways which they stay on top is that they're constantly being proactive instead of reactive when it comes to saying, okay, we just won a tournament like this, everyone's gonna be studying us. We can't just keep everything the same, because if people study our demos, they can counter-strat us to some extent. They can. And not necessarily counter-strat, because there is, of course, there's always this danger where if you get two in the heads of your opponents, and be like, oh, if we try this to specifically deal with them, and that can be a self-defeating endeavor sometimes. But just being aware of certain tells, that's enough. So Fnatic mixing it up with Olofmeister on the lurk there. The AWP, I'm not sure about the AWP from Skyfall there. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but he's Olofmeister. He saw him just pull out the 5-7, which he picked up, and just make it work there. So it's just really dangerous across the board. I mean, we see how powerful the AWP is on this map, and the CT's not being able to afford it. And then Kenny S, when he's not even able to be in the game right now because they keep just decimating them on B.
And this is the thing that we have to take into account with Titan is, as we said, their money has been in absolute tatters the whole way through. We saw that 5-man FAMAS buy. We've seen quite a few rounds where they've been able to buy rifles and armor, but limited grenades, hardly any defuse kits, which isn't great as well, or no defuse kits in a couple of situations. And that as a CT on a map like this is not great whatsoever. It's as simple as that. There's no need to really go in depth with that. So Titan, their number one priority, they need to sort out their economy. They need to try and do something to disrupt Fnatic here, bring their economy back so that they can reward Kenny S with that AWP, for example.
I mean, some key things actually for Fnatic is that they've been able to take map control too easily towards A. They've been able to get up A-long, up into the bottom of CT ramp in that connect area there, where JW just got that pick so easily in so many rounds, and then they just play around it. They just make setups around it, and it's been too strong right now. And we have the eco out for Titan right here, and what I'd really like to see them doing going forwards is just having stronger, a little bit more aggressive setups. You don't have to push hardcore, but just to hold on a little bit more aggressively towards A to stop the map control for Fnatic, because then Olofmeister can just sit on Skyfall and he can just freely rotate. You can see what's happening with Fnatic's communication. They're like, okay, we've got a guy here, let's set up a push here, let's coordinate, let's combine, and you can't let Fnatic make plays for free like that.
Well, they are making plays for free at the second, and they are showing why they are arguably the best team in the world, and why a lot of us at the casters and analysts area chose them as our favourites to win this tournament. Maniac and Existence will find themselves the last ones left alive. They will just look for the exit frags to try and do some form of damage to the economy of Fnatic, but 2 players fall for the Swedes, and Titan yet to take a round on this first map of Cobblestone. Crims has only died once.
Indeed. I wonder if we'll see more weird positions of Olof's AWP. He's not got the AWP at the moment, but the Skyfall one is kind of strange, but there are always some angles which appear strange at first, but if you're a really good AWPer, as a rifler, as a CT rifler, you'd never expect that, and you always get beaten on that angle. On Inferno, Boiler was a position where AWPers started to just play on Boiler, and it's just really hard to AWP it, but if you can do it, it's really strong. So I think it's somewhat of an issue like that, but here we have another take. Titan must hold here.
Kenny S gets the first kill. That's Olofmeister down after initially being boosted up toward this B-long area. He will eat a Molotov right to the face there. It only tags him very slightly, and he escapes that initial scary moment, but look at the information that they could potentially be getting. Apex pushing up, but Kenny S finds the second kill.
And that is what we needed. Now they've been losing that area, that B-long area, so many times, and finally they're going to be able to hold it down thanks to Kenny S actually hitting the shots. They've got the buy working for them. Now can they stop the bleeding right here? Can they start swinging momentum back in their favor? There's loads of cash for Fnatic. In a round like this, JW and Crims, they're going to feel confident. They're going to have complete freedom to just take some crazy risks. And these guys are so good, they might just pull off a lot of damage, and that's something that Titan cannot afford. They need the clean round at this point.
Well, they've not lost a player yet in this round, so that's obviously going to help their economy out just that bit more after really being stuck with it earlier on, and the round loss bonus really did come into play to help. KennyS will actually lose that AWP as JW looks to do some damage. He's not spotted out, Maniac, and Crims will fall. So finally, Titan with a round on the board. Hopefully that will be the start of many, and they can bring this back.
Yeah, they only lost one man, so that's acceptable losses there. I think anything more than that, it starts to really hurt because, again, in Fnatic, they're so good at just making the frags, even if they're losing the rounds, that with the buys having to be so expensive for Titan to keep strong B holds, because that's also been a problem for them. I mean, they've had problems all over the map, but we got here an aggressive push from KennyS, gets the angle, takes down Flusher, and again, he's kicking things off well for his team.
Gets the first kill of round number 10 as the incendiary grenade will slow olofmeister down here over towards that B-long area. Getting aggressive though, deciding to push through to see what information he can find, but initially it will be nobody. And we can have a look at the setup here. We've got one player in KennyS right on the edge of that A-bomb site area, with Apex playing his usual position, pushing up over towards mid. JW is going to be lurking in that area to see what information he can find. He flashes his way through, but doesn't peek it. And it's all gone quiet once again, although olofmeister does take down Maniac.
But it begins. Fnatic, they try to get themselves back onto a deeper position on B, but it won't happen. Good smokes there from Titan. They've been holding on very well to their smokes, just letting them loose at the last possible second to strengthen their holds and make life hard for Fnatic. But here they come once again. Molotov's in now. Can they make this work? Existence sitting on the bomb site behind the statue. Oh, great shot there from Pronax, but trades are going to come in from RPK, and KennyS is in position as well. Oh no, he gets taken down by Pronax. They line up, but it's not good enough. Apex has to save the day against 3 players, or Titan are crippled. They did not build the economy up they needed to sustain a loss like this early on after winning. What a horrible position for Apex to be in. And he knows when he's beat at this point, he's just going to lose his weapon, and perfect post-plant positions for Fnatic.
In a way, unlucky for Titan not to win those duels. We can see just how low on HP Crims and Pronax are, but again, Fnatic just showing their class, entering that bomb site. And Existence, I don't actually believe he's been able to pick up a kill yet, so just to have his head knocked off as the first man entries and gets in on that B bomb site, that's got to be annoying for him. And what can you say here for Titan? What have they got to do now down there in such a tricky spot?
The problem is, I mean, their holds, they're just getting beaten out on just the holds, basically. It's a pretty fundamental aspect of Counter-Strike, and at this level, it's so tactically fine-tuned between the teams. And of course, Pronax there, they still, even though they were down on some players and the hold was okay to begin with, they got so deep on that position, they can get so many good angles that are favorable, and it just takes that one bullet from Pronax, and then they get more position onto the site, then they have just better positions all over. So it's really simple stuff that's winning Fnatic the round, but they are the masters of fundamentals. And look at this, the boost there from Existence, but olofmeister's looking for it.
olofmeister was aware that there was a potential boost earlier on, I think in the first pistol round of the game. And so once again, he's lurking over towards there, and Existence will fall. He's dropped again without a kill to his name. olofmeister getting the entry. Maniac will respond, but that 5-7 not able to do as much damage as he will have hoped. It's now left in a 4 versus 3 situation. RPK does take down Flusher there. Crims responds straight away. It's trade frags across the map as Fnatic make their entrance onto this B bomb site. They've got the smoke wall down there to try and give them some cover. No plant as of yet, though.
KennyS with a huge amount of work to do here, gets smoked off, but thankfully Apex is going to do just enough to give KennyS a chance. He's going to switch out for the AK after the frag. 1-on-1 now. JW is looking quite strong, actually. Still above 90 points of health. Going to swap out for the rifle, so plenty of time here for JW to work with as he re-smokes the angle, and he finds the shot onto KennyS. Oh no, KennyS even had actually the jump on JW just by some amount of milliseconds there, but it's not going to be enough. 10-1 is the score. Fnatic are walking all over Titan in this opening map. I never would have predicted that the CT side would be so hard, even after losing the pistol as Titan did.
olofmeister and JW really the two standout players. Actually, Crims playing really well as well. They're all doing their part, all doing everything they really need to do to shut down Titan in great style so far, and they will be forced onto another eco. Measly pistols in hand for Titan as Fnatic look to extend their lead even further. And I hate to call it early down, we're only in round 12, but you've got to start asking questions about whether Titan could even possibly bring this back.
It's pretty rough, but the thing is that Titan are a great T-sided team, so never count them out, to be honest, especially this far into a tournament. And Fnatic, they are just, I mean, this position here, this like B-long area, this walkway, you can see that when you have teams which have players like Olofmeister, like Crims, Phonax, Flasher and JW, their entire Fnatic lineup, they're so strong at just the aim duels, and that's what you get when you take this position. Look at these kind of these angles and the vantage point that gives you. It's very strong, and Titan have just been losing out there too often, and we are going to see a nice cleanup here from Fnatic before the Barons can come in from Titan, but they may even be on another eco actually, because I think they got completely reset. I think they spent everything, so yeah, this is pretty rough. There is no sugarcoating it, to be honest.
Crim's going hunting for that last player, which once again will be Kenny S, to see if he can take away that CZ75, and that is exactly what he will do. Fnatic already only 5 rounds away from confirming the first map to go in their favour before we do head to cash. Titan will be able to buy here, and Kenny S has got that AWP. Let's have a look at their buy, see how many grenades they've got. Only 1 player with a kit by the looks of things, which will be Maniac. So although they have got those rifles and a few grenades to work with, if the bomb goes down for Fnatic, they've got limited time to try and retake any of these bomb sites.
Yeah, and what adjustment are we going to see from Titan? Because they know that they've had issues holding the B side of the map, and Fnatic have created lots of strong opportunities, even when they lose players initially on the trades. But we are going to see potentially the boost here as Maniac gets himself into position. He's pretty good here usually, but gets immediately taken down. Fnatic too fast on the timing there. Spray comes in from Existence, gets 2 quick kills, but will it be enough? That's the question, as RPK chimes in, finds Pronax, and the bomb is down on that walkway. Now, how on earth is Crims going to save this one? RPK's got a good angle. He's got his comrade Apex en route, and he will close out the round. So Apex and RPK going to deliver their 2-11 though. Still a huge mountain to climb.
I don't think we could really emphasize enough how important that round was for Titan, not just in the grand scheme of things with the score, but just for their mentality of going, can we do this? Can we really come back into this one? And they showed that they can hold strong. Existence with 2 big kills that he needed there, especially with his performance so far on this map. He needed those kills to try and do something. JW, this is the 2nd round in a row he's peeked through there aggressively. This time he finds the kill onto Apex. He wasn't so successful in the last round, but the entry frag once again going in favor of Fnatic. And look at this hold from Team Titan. They've got 3 players over towards B. We can now see RPK rotating his way back over towards A, as is Kenny S. And Fnatic have just taken their foot off the gas pedal here for a second, slowing down to see what more information they could find out of these CTs.
Yeah, this is one of those spots where you put the team in a disadvantage. So on the top level, you expect the reaction to be, okay, they need to make a play now to try to even things up. Because if we, the theory is if we just move in together, going for the trades now, we're 5 against 2. That's going to be our round every time. So that's why they then slow it down. Are we going to force out a mistake? Well, Titan are patient, they're confident, and Maniac's got a Mag 7. He's going to pick up an AK after the frag on Olofmeister. So things going well here. Great save there from JW, saving his teammates. But we've got Kenny S up top here at CT ramp, but he's going to get flanked from A long. This is looking really bad again for Titan.
An A split coming in from Fnatic. A couple of players through mid, a few through A long, and this is the thing, even when it looks like Titan are in a relatively good stead in some aspects, Fnatic just win those aim duels, and JW picks up some crazy quick shots, saving Pronax's life, who was knocked down to 9 points of health. Maniac now, the last one left alive, will go for the spray down. That's 2. Can he get this 1 versus 4? This is the time to do it, Maniac. He finds that 3rd player, but misses his shots, and JW is too strong with the AWP. Takes him down. Fnatic secure another round here. 10-round difference going to the last round of the first half on Cobblestone.
Yeah, they're just being outclassed at the moment across the board. And I mean, of course they had a terrible economic situation, but they did have a lot of rounds where Fnatic is showing that just tactically and individually as well, that they're just coming out on top and just taking these areas away from Titan, and then that gives them so many options for Flasher, who is still calling to just create just a nice setup for them to win the round. Just favourable situations always. And look at this. This is the real jumble sale buy here from Titan.
Jumble sale, I like it. Car boot sale, as we would say in the UK, kind of thing. Well, we can now see why Fnatic chose this map. We knew they were a strong team on it anyway, but Titan looked great on Cobblestone when they played VP, as we mentioned earlier on, and they've, in some respects, I have to say, looked a tiny bit asleep on it so far, but they've just been outclassed by Fnatic, it really is. And we are into the last round of this first half, as I've said. Titan just going for everything they can. Only 1 defuse, get a couple of players, well, all players with armor, but just a few with head armor as well. Maniac with that Mag 7 in hand, and they are stacking heavily over towards that B bomb site, where Fnatic look like they want to make their entrance, but still no casualties as of yet.
Yeah, again, just trying to see if they can bait out any plays from Titan. Using the clock to their advantage. They've got time, why not use it? And now finally it's time to go in. Time to clean up this mess of CT players from Titan. As Olofmeister is now really deep, so is the rest of his team. But Maniac coming around from the side. Great stuff there from Maniac with the Mag 7, giving his team a chance here as Kenny S swings by in the chaos. And it's just Pronax and Flusher now. And Kenny S is himself an AK, taking some nasty damage there and Flusher in from the side. Oh, wow. What work here from Flusher. What work has been done by him as now Apex has nothing to do against two players facing him at once. 13-2. What a strong half from Fnatic.
They're looking great, Dan. I don't really think there's too much more we can say about that. We can do, you know, only so much analysis for the Fnatic side. It's Titan that I want to concentrate on and ask you what the heck have they got to do to try and bring it back on their side now.
The crazy thing is that it was kind of across the board that they were having issues. Usually Apex in that position at the bottom of CT ramp is super strong at holding it down almost by himself. Usually you need like strong team play setups there to really get things going. But no, he was just getting completely annihilated there. I mean, usually you expect him to get 2 or 3 kills when they take that map control and make it really costly. But Apex was not able to deliver there. And on the B side of things, we saw the issues they had also. So they need to, of course, win this pistol round. It goes without saying.
Look at JW. Look at the information that he's got. Existence is not even going to know where he's being shot from. And that's him going down here. Great aggression from Fnatic on the CT side. JW will eventually get punished for it, but still, they've got a good idea of where Titan could potentially be heading here in this pistol round.
And those are the kinds of risks you can take when you've got an 11-round lead.
Yeah, right.
You can just go for it, take massive risks. You've got a huge buffer of rounds to work with. If they just get a play like that, and maybe if JW picked up 2 kills, they win the pistol, the map's over. So smart stuff there from JW. But Titan now 3-2 against 4, as Fnatic are holding on to the bomb sites. So lots of work here for them to do, and they're going to make the play towards B.
RPK trying to spot a player out there as Kenny S drops his way down. They try to split this B bomb site, but just look at the rotation from Fnatic. They've got the perfect read on this. Flusher's too smart to know that Kenny S could come from that area. He will actually find the kill onto Pronax in the end. Will he be able to pick up his second? Yes, he does. Will it be the third for Kenny S here? This is going back in their favor. It was a 4 versus 2. Suddenly, Crims finds himself the last one left alive, but the top bragger on the map finds one. The clock is ticking. 5 seconds in the round left. RPK will plant the bomb. 1 versus 1 situation. It's RPK versus Crims. Crims does have a defuse kit to play with, but who will come out the better here? RPK wins, and that was a great round there from RPK and Kenny S to bring it back in their favor.
Such a sick clutch between the two players there. They had a really unfavorable situation. There's no question about it. And that's going to definitely make them feel a little bit better and help them to forget about that horrendous CT side that they just experienced. So the buyer's going to come in. We're going to see a lot of SMGs, a Mac 10, some MP7s. But as well, you know, for Fnatic, this buy from them is still quite strong. You've got a lot of choke points, natural choke points on the map to abuse. This scout on JW, that is a real danger point. Got to be so careful with that scout. Don't let him take too many shots. Could get pretty bad here quite soon if they do.
It doesn't surprise me that Fnatic have gone for this sort of a buy with 4 players with head armor here and pistols, 5.7s and 2 CZ7.5s we see here. So it really doesn't surprise me that they've gone for this sort of buy to try and still bring it back in the favor of themselves and bring it right in the faces of Titan. We will see if they're able to do so, or whether the SMGs and that Galil on Maniac will reign stronger in this next round. But once again, all quiet, just trying to scout out what information they can find, see if anybody's going to make any mistakes here, but none as of yet.
Yeah, they're just trying to bait out something from Fnatic again, using the time to their advantage. But slowly but surely, I think they're going to start to want to make the move now. It's just Flusher here on this angle. You wouldn't expect him to get all that much with the CZ, but you never know. They're going to go for the challenge, and Flusher gets 1 kill. No bullets really left to do much more than that. But Fnatic now have the call, and there comes JW looking for those shots. This position's really, really dangerous now. If they can't get to him quickly enough, it's going to get a tag in. Wow, Fnatic are doing so much damage right now. RPK coming in with a quick frag there. Going to burn down JW as well. And everyone is so low right now in this 2-on-2. It's all on RPK. For Titan, has to get the bomb down, and Olofmeister and Pronax will take their time together, creeping side by side, looking for the perfect engagement. There it is, just a slight spot there by RPK as he drops down, and there it is. Pronax wins the round of Fnatic. They steal it away. They steal it away from Titan, and they couldn't afford to lose this round.
What can you say, Dan, really? That was a real shame, but Fnatic once again showing their style. I said at the start, it didn't surprise me that they went for this sort of buy, and they prevailed even against the stronger SMGs and that Galil, as I said, which I think was in the hands of Maniac at the start of that round, and Fnatic played that so well. They got such a great read, and they put themselves in those angles where the Pistols would win in that situation.
I like this situation for, well, I don't like the situation for Titan, but this is a smart buy.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
a school of thought which would say, you know what, we're so far behind, it's going to be really hard to get this game back no matter what. Let's just go with a quick buy and make it possible with a quick plant potentially, and it's going to be the frag. The trade's coming in, but it's going way too well for Fnatic at the moment. They still have good positions to work with. The rotation is going to come in, but RPK, long range with the MP7, finds the kills and puts it to a 2-on-2. Maniac as well, long range Tech 9. It's still going to get some damage done, but Olofmeister equalizes. Wow. Great stuff from him. Fnatic now on map points.
He makes that look so easy. He didn't look phased at all for a second there. Titan did everything they could. They forced up what they could buy. The Tech 9s reigned supreme momentarily, but Olofmeister does what Olofmeister does best. Clutches with that M4 there, and as you said, puts Fnatic on map point. Who would have predicted it would have been so one-sided in this first map? We will be going to cash for the second one. JW does miss a shot there, rare for him, but he's still found that initial information.
They've moved close to his position now. He's actually really exposed, and this could actually go well for Titan, taking parts of the map very, very fast. But JW actually will get to reposition, and he won't get caught as he's moving back up the CT ramp, so that's kind of nice for him.
JW's dead.
Oh, there you go, he's moved. He's transcended.
I hate to call you out like that, but I just didn't want you to go too far on that point. But I think it was Flusher there who just picked up that kill. Crims gets the second one. KennyS does take down Crims in response. We now find ourselves left in a 2 versus 3 situation. KennyS has got his favourite weapon, the AWP in hand.
Oh,
nice shot onto Flusher there. Olofmeister responds straight away again, and now King Kenny has got to clutch on 28 points of health. Otherwise, it will be 16-3 in map number 1 for the Swedes.
Now this is a really rough spot. 40 seconds to play with here. The bomb is down in such a nasty position for him to pick up. They know it as well. At least they're behind some choke points at the moment. It's still smoked off for the time being, and they're going to hear the stepping as well. But can they make the right guess here? As KennyS goes and tries to get the angle on a player on the balcony. Not going to peek out just yet, as he can get the plant down now. This is going to take something very special from the star AWPer, KennyS.
Well, he's a very special player, and we know what things he can do with it. And if there's any time to clutch, this is it. He's going to miss that shot there, and he will instantly be punished for it. The GG's come into the chat. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Yep. Crims, 22 frags and only 10 deaths to his name. A great, result across the board there for the entire Fnatic squad. And I hate to call out players for their wrongdoings, but Existence picked up 2 kills, which was that double spray down on that B-bomb site, and that was it, the entire map.
Yeah, it's just their CT side. It's just they couldn't hold on either side of the map, and when you can't hold on either side of the map, when Fnatic get free map control everywhere, you're giving the best team in the world just a freedom to basically just create any play that they want to. You're not even restricting them. So that's just one of those really harsh situations where the players just aren't hitting the shots. They get into really hard times on the money, and then they have to make really hard